The next word problem, the fourth one. Sum of two numbers is 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, exceeds the other means it is 15 more than the first number. Find the numbers. So let us assume one of the numbers to be x. The other number exceeds it by 15. So that means other number should be x plus 15. So x and x plus 15 are the two numbers. Now sum of these two numbers is 95. So x plus 15 is equal to 95. So simplifying it, I get 2x is equal to 95 minus 15 and x is equal to 80 by 2, which is 40. So one of the numbers is 40 and the other number should be 40 plus 15, which is 55. So 40 and 55 are the required numbers. The next question, two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. If they differ by 18, what are the numbers? Now ratio means that if I write the two numbers in this form, numerator by denominator form, this is basically done to compare the numbers. Their ratio is 5/3. Now it is not necessary that one of the numbers is 5 and the other is 3. It means it is the first number is some multiple of 5 and the second one is some multiple of 3. So it can be 10 by 6, 15 by 9, 20 by 12 and so on. Because if you cancel out the common factor, now over here 10 by 6, 2 is a common factor of both. If I cancel out 2, I will get 5 by 3. In 15 by 9, 3 is a common factor of both. If I cancel out 3, I will again get 5 by 3. Same way in 20 by 12, 4 is the common factor. So like that, it can be any multiple of 5 in the numerator and any multiple of 3 in the denominator. So I am going to assume x as that common factor of these two numbers. So x is a common factor in such a way that if I cancel out x, then I will get the numbers in this ratio. So if x is the common factor of the numbers will be 5x and 3x. So 5x and 3x are the two numbers. They differ by 18. That means their difference, if I subtract these two numbers, the answer should come 18. Now obviously the bigger minus smaller only you have to do. So 5x minus 3x is equal to 18. 2x is equal to 18. So which means x is equal to 18 by 2, that is 9. Now if x is 9, that means the common factor is 9. So the first number is 5 into 9, that is 45, and the second number is 3 into 9, that is 27. So 45 and 27 are the two required numbers. The next question, sixth one, 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. Now what is the meaning of consecutive integers? That is, they come one after the other. So each one is 1 added to the previous number. So just like 2, 3 and 4, these are consecutive. 5, 6 and 7, these are consecutive. Same way, 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. What are the integers? Now one of them, if we assume to be x, the next number after that should be x plus 1 and after that should be x plus 2. So x plus 1 and x plus 2, these are the three numbers. Now if you add up these three, you get the answer as 51. So then simplifying, I get 3x plus 3 equal to 51. 3 I can take common and divide by 51. So I get x plus 1 is equal to 51 by 3. 51 by 3 is 17. So x is equal to 17 minus 1, which is 16. So if one of the numbers is 16, the other should be 17 and then followed by 18. So these are the three required numbers. Next one, that is the seventh one. The sum of three consecutive multiples of 8 are 888. Find the multiples. Now here we are talking about the consecutive multiples of 8. So if one of the multiples we are taking as x, then next multiple of 8 should be 8 plus x. So when you are calculating the multiples, you don't add 1, you add the number itself. So if you are talking about multiples of 5, you will keep on adding 5 to the numbers to get the next multiple. Just like first one is 5, next is 5 plus 5, that is 10, then 10 plus 5 15, then 15 plus 5 20, and so on. So when you are finding multiples, you are keeping on adding that number to the previous multiple. So if one is x, the next one should be 8 plus x, and third one should be 8 plus x, which is 16 plus x. So these are the consecutive multiples. If you add up these, you should get 888. So I have 3x here, so 3x plus 24 is equal to 888. So x is equal to 864 by 3, which is 288. So the first multiple of 8 is 288. Second one should be 288 plus 8, that is 296. And third multiple should be x plus 16, which is 304. So 288, 296 and 304, these are the required multiples of 8. Now the next one is also similar. Three consecutive integers are such that, now here they are talking about consecutive integers, so I can take it as x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. When they are taken in increasing order and multiplied by 2, 3 and 4 respectively, that means the first one is multiplied by 2, the second number is multiplied by 3 and third one is multiplied by 4, and then added, they should add up to 74. Find these numbers. So first number, if we take as x, the second number should be x plus 1, third should be x plus 2. These are the consecutive integers. Then the first number I have to multiply with 2, that means x I have to multiply with 2, I get 2x. Then second number x plus 1 I have to multiply with 3, so I get 3 into x plus 1. And the third number I have to multiply with 4, so 4 and within bracket x plus 2. So you have to put these brackets, it's very important, because x plus 1 is one number which you are multiplying with 3, not just x with 3 but entire number x plus 1 with 3, and same way the entire number x plus 2 you are multiplying with 4. So putting brackets is very important, and entire thing is equal to 74. Next you will expand the bracket. So 2x plus 3x plus 3 plus 4x plus 8, that is 4 into 2 is 8, 4 into x. So you have to open the bracket properly, that is equal to 74. Then combine all the x terms together, 5x plus 4x, 9x, then 3 plus 8, 11 is equal to 74. Then transpose 11 here and you will get 9x is equal to 63, which means x is equal to 63 by 9, that is 7. So the required numbers are 7, 8 and 9. If the first number is 7, the next one should be 8 and then 9.